Life. Whoever wanted to get put on this program, no one has to be put on this program. No siree. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be a pretty unique person to want to be put on a program like this. Hey, what's going on, Mo? You gotta be very unique to want to be. Damn it! Oh, I think he probably was already. He said that to the side, probably. You gotta be pretty unique to want to be here. What's going on, Mo? Hope everything's good where you at. Good morning. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try and do like not a marathon, not a marathon, but I'm gonna do like cause I like his shit. I'm gonna do like probably find like about the videos that he was talking about earlier in his I'm gonna start from one, and depending on how many he has out, I might just play them all today. Like I don't if they copyright me, they just copyright me. I'll try and get in contact with dude. I'll try and get in contact with him and talk to him about the shit. If anything, I'm trying to promote his like I'm not getting paid or none of that shit. I don't know like why they copyright you if you're not getting paid. Like I can see if you were getting paid for it, but I don't get paid for these videos. I don't even fucking intend on getting paid for these videos. Like I don't even care if I had 1 million subscribers and shit. Like well, I take that back. I might try and put some fucking commercials on if I had 1 million subscribers and shit, but this ain't all that to say that my intentions are not to get paid off these videos. I'm gonna catch up with your comments. I gotta wait till I get off this road because it be hella rabbits. Did you see that dead rabbit right there? Yeah, I just passed up. People be hitting rabbits and shit, man, and I don't be wanting to hit no animals. It be hella rabbit. I don't know why it's like they buy fucking rabbits and just let them loose outside. It's fucking crazy. Like, do they fucking eat them or some shit? Do they keep them around to have babies and they eat them? Like, this shit is crazy. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Rabbits and cats fucking getting along and shit. But the cats would be fighting each other and shit. You can hear the cats at night fighting each other, but they're fucking snuggling up to the rabbits and shit. The rabbit is crazy as fuck. Dead rabbits getting hit because these fucking speed demons and shit want to race down the street. Fucking weird, man. I hate this. This city is evil, man. This is an evil fucking city, man. This is one of the most evilest fucking cities I've ever been to. And I've been to a lot of cities, man. It's crazy how I'm just fucking... It's crazy how I know it's an evil city, but it's like I'm fucking stuck here. Like, I'm cursed here and shit. It's fucking crazy, man. And it's crazy because I used to, like, even when I used to hustle and shit, like, and I used to come down here and hustle, it was just something in the addicts, man. You could see it in their eyes, like it was different, man. The life out here was just way too fast and shit. And fucking that, it's like, man, it's crazy, man. Even, you know, yeah, man, it's bad, man. Even cleaned up, if you want to call it cleaned up, because the streets are, you know, they're nothing like they used to be. It used to be like really drug infested out here and shit. Real, like really super fucking drug infested. Like it was so excuse me. It used to be so drug infested out here that people used to come from everywhere. They used to come from Oakland. They used to come from Richmond, Sacramento, fucking you name it, Modesto, like just everywhere, and just come out here and hustle, man. And everybody made money, and nobody. It was, you know, people had their problems every now and then, but you know, it wasn't never no fucking big shit. Like it was always, look at the one headlight, terrorist. It was always like on some personal shit, and everybody used to make money, man. That's how drug infested it was, and how like, and you know you know I don't like saying dope fiends and shit, but you know I don't know, the customers, if you will, the people who bought the drugs and shit, the crack and all that shit, like, cause the clubs were over. It used to be real fast, so the clubs, and it's considered like a college. This downtown area is pretty much like college town, so. You know, the people who bought the crack and shit, the club would fucking shine shoes in front of the club. Or, you know, they'd be passing out condoms and mints and shit in the bathroom. Like when people went to the bathroom and shit, they'd, you know, pass some mints and fucking sell them condoms and all that bullshit. You know, they do that shit just as a disguise, pretty much, to catch the drunk people, and then they would fucking turn the fucking drunk people out. Like it'd be drunk college students, drunk tourists and shit, drunk techies and shit, because they have little tech conventions where the people who make the apps and shit, they go to the convention center and they fucking, you know, they put their fucking apps and all that shit on display, phones and all that shit. Like they would catch it, like, you know, when that shit was over, because they have big conventions and that shit would be over, they'd be in the motels or the hotels and shit, and then, you know, they go out and club, then, you know, that night, and fucking you know, they would fucking get all drunk and shit, and then next thing you know, you got fucking techie people fucking coming up to you, fucking telling you they want to buy crack, and fucking taking you to the Versateller and pulling out $200 and $300 at a time, and like literally you could sit back in a motel, and make like $1,000 a night, and this is like everybody was making this type of money, man. Like, so, you know, this city, man, it's just fucked up, man. People dying and shit. Weird ass deaths occurring. People found in the creek. People living under the creek, like, you know, homeless. Like, you know, and it's one thing to be homeless, but to be living up under those creek tunnels and shit. People dying up under them creek tunnels, and fucking, you know, you have straight vultures. Like in the homeless community, it's vultures, man. It's vultures in the community. I'm gonna get to your comments more. I just gotta park, bro. Yeah, man. It's a real evil city out here, man. And instead of cleaning up the crime, which they have cleaned up the crime a little bit, but now that they've cleaned up all the crime, they're creating it. And the crime that they're creating now, since the crime is already, they got all the, because San Jose, like I said, people were coming out here from everywhere selling drugs. And so now that they cleaned that shit up and they're not getting the revenue at the police department like they were from all those bodies that they locked up from all those different towns and shit, all them different cities and shit, they're missing a lot of fucking revenue behind the people that they can't lock up from fucking Vallejo, Sacramento. Like, literally, I got locked up out here. I was in jail with people from Oakland, people from Vallejo, people from Richmond, people from fucking, you name it, all over fucking California, because they came out here and sold drugs. So they're not getting that revenue no more. All those bodies, they're not getting that. And they was giving people like, you could do like up to 3 years in the fucking county out here. Now you can. You can do up to like 3 years in the county, so you gotta figure all those fucking people from all those different cities. Like, literally, there was, you had people, more people from everywhere else than San Jose out in the jails out here. Like, it was less people from San Jose than people from all over the fucking map. So now they're out here creating crime. They gotta get bodies. Like, they're seeing the decrease in their fucking money. I think that's what it's about out here. They need to get that money back. They need to create some crime. Good. Okay. Whatever happened to It's All Good, the Australia guy, as Wild Boy? He was, and I liked his debate, and it kept me on my toes. Which one? Wow, I think I remember. Was that a podcast? Was that a podcast? If it's the yeah, the podcast from Canada. It sounds like it. Yeah, man. I tried to find some more of his podcast, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find him. I'm sure if there's an app that has it. Like, I got this music app that I put in gang stalking podcasts on it, and a bunch of podcasts pop up. Man, it's crazy. Like, I remember, like, when I had an iPhone, literally, I could not download, like, I had to pay for every fucking thing. Like, you had to pay, like, yeah, I believe, I haven't owned the iPhone in a long time, probably like 6 years or something like that, probably longer than that. But I remember when I had it, man. And I remember that's when my fucking bullshit started. I had that, no, it was longer than fucking. Well, my first iPhone is when I noticed my fucking gang stalking for some reason. It was all sorts of fucking, I was with fucking AT&T. And there were always fucking AT&T trucks parked around me and shit. I remember when I first, it was a little box. It was like the iPhone. It was an iPhone 4. It was the little chunky box one that looks like all the fucking, they got the little You know those little Obama phones that look they look like the first or the fourth iPhone. But I remember AT&T trucks parked around me all the time, and I used to ask people. I used to be like, man, because people were following me already and shit, and I thought the AT&T trucks were following because I was with AT&T. I thought the AT&T trucks were. I thought the AT&T trucks were fucking telling people my locations and shit. But they said the AT&T trucks were just for fucking. They were trying to say they were for what was it? For people for with like hotspots and shit to try and get you you know, they carry your Wi-Fi or whatever. You know. Hope. Okay, Hope is mom. A female rabbit can have 16 babies at one birth. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, you know what? I thought about, you know, but I got these dogs. I couldn't have no fucking rabbits. But I got a, I got a big ass cage and shit. I got a big ass cage that, you know, like when I'm cleaning out my van, I'll take the cage out and put the dogs in it. And I was thinking about fucking grabbing two of them because people just they just run them over and shit, man. They just fucking run them over, and it's hell of them at nighttime. When I be recycling, it be hell of them in the fucking street. And I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like when I first started recycling, because they've been out there for years, bro. Since I first started, like over 11 years, bro. Since I started recycling, bro. Them fucking rabbits been out there, man. And when I first started recycling and shit, you feel me? I seen one or two, and I was like, damn, man, somebody's gonna be fucked up, man. That little pet rabbit got away. Cause these aren't wild rabbits, man. These are rabbits that you go to the fucking pet shop and fucking buy. These are those fucking rabbits, and I'm like, damn, man. Somebody's kid is gonna be fucked up. Their little rabbits is fucking running around outside. And then, you know, as I'm recycling and shit, a couple nights later and shit, I go back down that way, probably a little bit later at night, and it's like 5 or 6 of them just hopping around in the middle of the fucking street. And then I go down the street a little bit, and it's a bunch of them over there, and they're just like fucking hopping in everybody's yard and shit. And I was like, fuck, man, I might, cause you know. This is when I was thinking about all types of hustles and shit. Like, I need to find some legitimate hustles and shit. Like, I was thinking about grabbing like 4 or 5 of those fuckers and you know, mating them and taking them to pet shops and selling them to pet shops and shit. And then I was like, nah, somebody might try. They might say I'm stealing them and shit. And that, you know, if it's knowingly stealing, I'm not gonna do it. But the shit, the way they just fucking leave them out there and shit, is like, fuck, man. Are you offering, like, that's like animal endangerment to me. Like, you feel me? You got dead rabbits all in the middle of the street. Fuck that shit. Like, people fucking, you know, the wrong neighborhood, you might get animal services called on your ass. Yeah, I can see me right now with with a van full of fucking rabbits, taking it on a rabbit hustle to good homes only at the flea market or some shit. To good homes only. No, he used to come on your live Australian guy you blocked. He changed his name to It's All Good. He was quite funny. Good TI or perps case they does not have black circles under. Oh, I don't remember. I remember Australia. So, what the hell is? No, I don't want nothing, sir. I'm all right, sir. I'm okay. I appreciate it, man. trying to offer me shit, man, and you got one tail light. Don't fucking offer me shit. I don't know what you got in that shit. Poison. Any fucking shit. No peace treaties here, man. You're terrorized. You're a terrorist. Nappy, you feel the heavy atmosphere here? No, man, you know my senses is so fucked up, man. Honestly, man. Like I'm not to the point to where, let's just say, subconsciously or subconsciously, man. I'm a little discombobulated. I'm kind of off tune with the fucking with nature. Fucking almost like I'm dizzy, man. They've been hitting me with so many frequencies, man. And I can tell it's been different frequencies, because different frequencies it's different. Like I can tell, like when it's either microwave or EMF. Whatever one is one, that whatever one is the I can feel burn, like a burning sensation on my face. And I noticed the difference in my dogs as well. Like the one where I feel the burning sensation on my face, my dogs get up and they start looking delirious. They get fucking, they look fucking like discombobulated, like fucking very, very discombobulated and discoordinated and shit. And they start looking like miserable, like fucking blank stares and just fucking almost like they're fucking about to pass out, like they rock slow back. It's like, it's not funny, man. It fucking pisses me off, dude. It's almost like they're hypnotized and shit, but they're like like a deer with its head in the head, like, look, and they rock. It's almost like they're about to tip over, or they're just like, and then I be calling their names and shit, and it's like they don't hear me until I fucking, and then they'll act scared of me and shit, like, until they fucking snap out of it. Like, I'll start petting them and shit. Like, I have to pet them and shit, because they start shaking and shit. Like, really fucking, they shake violently, bro. But it's like, it's not like real big shakes. It's like real it's fucked up, man. At times I thought they were gonna die, like have heart attacks and shit. And, there's another frequency that they hit with the aggression frequencies. I can feel that shit too, man. And, my dogs, man, they go vicious, man. Like, whatever they're hitting me with, I can barely feel it. But whatever, my dogs catch the shit end of it, bro. My dogs catch the shit end of it, man. And they, they're very susceptible to that bullshit because they're so small. I hate to think what it would be like if I had a pit bull in here and they were sending those aggression frequencies in here. Or a Doberman or some shit like that. I'd probably be a dead motherfucker, man. I'd probably, and then they could wipe it under the rug, sweep it under the rug and say, his dog turned on him. All that fucking bullshit. This is what the world is coming to. Where they can covertly kill you with your own fucking shit. They can use your own animal as a weapon on you. I think just to be safe, if I would get a pit bull or something like that, because I don't think I'm gonna get a, yeah, I got the same number. I don't think I'm gonna get no more small dogs just because they're a little harder to control than big dogs. But I'm not gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna just, when it comes time to get another dog, it's just gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to get 2 big dogs. I'm gonna just have to get, I'm gonna have to get 2 big dogs. Do some research. because I want to get a protective dog, but I want to get the safest one. The one that's more, compatible with its master. Like, I thought about a Dalmatian because Dalmatians are pretty, they're protective, but I just don't know if they turn. Doberman's out of the question. maybe not being maybe not being a targeted individual, I could get a Doberman, but being a targeted individual and knowing that they send frequencies in here and knowing that fucking Dobermans are known to turn on their fucking owners depending on how you treat them and shit. Uh, that frequency might send that motherfucker over the edge. And that be okay. And yeah, yep. Nappy out there. Nappy, I've been there. Yeah, one makes you sleepy, can't sleep, dizzy, acting. Link for the EMF cheap. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. It does make you sleepy. Not only sleepy, but I've noticed, but I can fight through this shit because I know that's what they're doing, and I can tell like when they are doing it, like when they do send these frequencies in here, because sometimes, and I don't like when it comes to fucking surviving and shit, bro. Like, I don't be playing, man. I get out here and fucking I do this shit every night because I know like anything can fucking happen, and this isn't no fucking this isn't no fucking 9 to 5, and like I literally gotta get out here every night and fucking do what I have to do to survive and shit. So I'm not saying all that to say I'm not a person that's like easily unmotivated and shit to where like I'm thinking like, nah, I'm not gonna do it tonight, like I'll just do it tomorrow, man. I'm too fucking tired, like. And now that you said something about the weapons and shit, I think it might be the weapons that the frequencies and shit that have me feeling like that. I used to think it was them putting that shit in my head subliminally, not to do it subliminally, because I be feeling like that, and then I lay down and I just say, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. And I get up and do it, and the streets be completely fucking empty of these fuckers, man. It's like they know I'm not gonna fucking. It's like they put me in some type of hypnotism to where they know that I'm not gonna get up and recycle and shit. And then I just break out of that shit and get out here, and none of them be out here. None of them be out here until like 10, 15 minutes. Like, usually when I'm out here, they're all, I'm telling you, they be slowing me down in traffic. Like, you see a lot of them. But every time I snap about it, whatever fucking chromatose fucking shit they put me in through frequencies or, through mind manipulation or suggestion and shit. Every time I beat that shit and snap out of it and get out here, like, none of them are on the fucking streets. It's like they go to sleep. They're comfortable knowing that I'm not gonna be making any. They're comfortable knowing that I'm not gonna be making money. And then when they pop up, when they reappear and shit, it's like they're all fucking pissed off. They're burning rubber and shit, trying to fucking. They're burning. They're burning rubber, trying to intimidate me and shit. Fucking big ass trucks and shit, like this goofball right here in this red truck. trucks be coming by me, like I'll be getting recycle out the fucking, the thing. Like I'll be at the club, will be there, and like, oh yeah, that's another thing. Like the places that I normally go, when they have me under this fucking, and this is like the clubs. This is the clubs where all the recycle. Um, they'll be they'll be full when they put me in this thing. Whatever they do with my mind, man, whatever through the frequencies or whatever it is, they'll be full. And then when I go there, and I snap out of it and go there, they'll be full. But when they're following me all around and shit, like I'll go to every spot that I normally go to, and they have somebody going there and shit. Like they'll have somebody already planted there and shit, pulling out fucking shit, pulling out. And these are fucking, these are places that it took me a long time to fucking establish and shit. Like people never went to these places, I promise you, because that was like my main thing. Like I didn't want to step on nobody's toes, and I didn't want nobody, I wanted to be like established good places that nobody fucking went to and shit. That way, I could fucking go grab my load and fucking get the fuck out of there, and I have a decent place to, keep everything clean, have a decent place to fucking, go pick loads up at. And they follow me all around, bro, and they fucking plant these fuckers, man. It's like they find every place that I find and they plant them there. And it's like, it's like I'm really a scout for these motherfuckers and shit. Like I'm there, I'm working for them and shit. And I'm not the type, like I could be the type to be like, hell nah, this is my spot, motherfucker. Like you motherfuckers wasn't, but I don't do that shit. Like I don't fight over fucking garbage pretty much. Like it's not garbage, but I'm not gonna fight over, that type of shit. I'm not gonna fight over it, no. I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'll just find somewhere else, but it's like every time I find somewhere, these motherfuckers right where I find down, they get my fucking route down and shit. Because a lot of these places, a lot of these places, they come out like once a week. It's not like an everyday thing. Like the clubs aren't every night no more. It's pretty much on the weekend. You might have some on a weekday, like Thursday or some shit like that, but it's not an every night thing like it used to be. So, you establish certain spots and these people follow you, and it's like slowly but surely they're snatching all the fucking spots and shit. But whenever they put me in that comatose state and I snap out of it, like all those spots, like nobody's been there, like nobody's fucking touched them and shit. And it's just like, man, these people literally are going out their way to like if anything, you would want me to progress and get the fuck out of here. If you really want me out of here that bad to where you're gonna harass me, like if you want me out of here that bad to where you're gonna harass me, just let me do what I do, stack my money, stop trying to fucking prevent me from doing it, then fucking, let me do what I gotta do and get the fuck out of here. But the more you fucking do this shit to me, the more you fucking try to stagnate me. It's like, I'm not a vindictive person, but now to these motherfuckers with the bullshit they put me through, the more you fucking do this shit to me, the more I become vindictive. And I don't, and I'm already, you see the one tail light? And I'm already at the, oh fuck, you can't see that well. I'm already at the fucking point, like I know, like I'm already expecting them to do something to me. And, that can be left up to the imagination. You know how dirty these motherfuckers are. So, you don't want me to become, I mean, I guess you really don't care, but if you do care, you don't want me to be fucking, because I'm I'm already planning on going and getting like 2 megaphones, man. just think like I plan on being outside all day, every day, and I'm not doing no more downtown shit. I'm going in front of apartment complexes, police stations, fire departments, all that shit until they fucking do what they gotta do. Like, but you're not gonna keep zapping me and my fucking dogs and think that I'm not, and you think I'm gonna fucking be a fucking sitting duck while you let your fucking terrorists drive around and fucking pay their Tesla card notes and shit off of my misery and everybody else's fucking misery going through this shit. Yeah, not me. No, sir. I mean, I appreciate Martin Luther King, but I believe more in the Malcolm X theory. You're not gonna fucking tell me to suffer in peace. Suffer, what is it? Suffer peacefully. Nah. Nope. No, sir. I'm gonna do it within the law, though. I'm gonna give you no reason to fucking lock me up. Everything I do will be within law, but it's definitely gonna piss you off. And now that, I'm at the point I don't care what you do to me, like, like you don't want that type of shit, because I'll fucking camp out in front of apartment complexes and expose the shit out these motherfuckers, man. Let's see. I told about me sending you the EMF. Oh yeah. Dalmatians are like chewing gum to. Let me see. Dalmatians are like chewing gum to you, made attached and shit like crazy. Yeah. Oh, they shit. Oh, they become attached. Yeah. See, those are like. I want a dog that you can have good chemistry with, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I love the hell out these dogs, and like I can say certain shit to them, like I can say, well, shit, I don't feel like taking them out right now, but they're asleep right now. But if I say the B word, the B with the M at the end, BATHROOM, they'll fucking hop up and fucking, they know what that word means. They know what HUNGRY means. I got a good chemistry with them, and they can tell me, like, they'll tap on me when they have to, like, if I don't see it, if I don't ask them, like, they'll tap on me and let me know. If the water bowl's empty, they'll fucking tap on the water bowl and look at me, run up to me, tap on me, and tap on the water bowl and shit. So I got good chemistry with them, but they just, whenever they see other dogs or other people and shit, like, I can't control them. Like, they go wild and shit. And I've done everything. Like, they just, they're hard-headed. And as far as, like, getting into my shit, like my food and shit, it don't matter. I could discipline them. I could put them in the cage all day and put the food that they got into on top of the cage to let them know that's the reason why, they're in that cage. And I'll point at the food and say, that's why you're in there all day. Like, they don't give a fuck. They'll get into it the next day, get put in the cage the next fucking day. So I gotta put that shit up. Like, I can't eat no half a burrito and just think I'm gonna leave it on the dashboard. Think I'm gonna leave it on the dashboard for later, and they are not gonna get to it. And they know, like, They know as soon as I wake up and look at my burrito, they start looking at me all scared and shit. They start they start looking like they know they're gonna. It's like they know they're gonna get in trouble, but they just don't give a fuck. Like, and I got a big bag of dog food. I feed them like a big. I got a big fucking like a 16-pound bag of fucking Alpo fucking gravy fucking shit with gravy and shit. So like there's no reason for them to fucking eat my fucking burrito, but they fucking do it anyways. But uh uh let's see. Yeah, one is to make you slow down, demotivated. Yeah. And I kind of figured that. I didn't know that that's what the frequency, that was the frequency. I thought it was them sending mind manipulation to me. Because I know already off top, I don't think like that. I've never thought like that, man. It's just like, and when it, when it happens once, it could be like, but when this shit is happening like fucking periodically and nights in a row, like you just know that's not you, and then you snap out of that shit. Like they be giving me dreams too. I noticed they be giving me a lot of dreams because they use tow trucks and shit to fucking, try and trigger me that they're gonna take my van or they're gonna fuck my van up to the point to where they're gonna have to take it away on a tow truck and shit. They use a lot of tow trucks on me, and I noticed lately they've been using fucking dreams on me and shit to where something happens to my van. Like either my van will get towed, somebody will steal my van and shit, and then I'll wake up and then I'll be still thinking that my van is gone, and then I gotta snap out of it. I gotta fucking snap out of it and think about where I'm at. I gotta look at my surroundings and shit, and then I see that I'm in my van. But like when I first wake up, I don't even recognize that I'm in my fucking van and shit. Like I have to literally fucking, after I wake up, snap out of my fucking dream because I'm so discombobulated. Like as I'm waking up, I'm still wondering where the fuck is my van. Like I'm still caught up in the thinking, where the fuck is my van? Like, and once it happens, you fucking, it could be the stress or some shit. This is how I think. If it happens once, I'm not gonna fucking, I'm not gonna automatically consider it to be what it seems to be, like what I know it to be. But when it starts happening over and over, and I hear people talking about it, it's usually after people, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. People get on here. It's like when people get on here, some people will ask me, do you notice such and such? Have they been messing with your dreams? And before that happens, like my dreams were never fucked with, and I'll say nah. Like I don't get the dream manipulation, or if I have, I don't really notice it. I don't really notice it. But somebody will get on here and mention that. I think they have agents on here. I swear, I think they have agents that come on here and plant the seed in your head before they start doing it. Because it's happened to me a bunch of different times where they've asked me certain questions of shit that was never fucking happening to me, or shit that I've never noticed happening to me. And they'll ask me the question, and then I'll tell them like, nah, I haven't noticed it. Like I don't really pay attention, but I haven't noticed anything like that. But as soon as they ask me that question, I start fucking noticing that shit. It's like that shit just starts happening to me. And the dream manipulation was one of them. A couple people asked me, have they done dream manipulation to you yet? I was like, nah, I haven't noticed that shit. Like, they don't, they don't really fuck. I don't dream. Like, I told him, like, the only time I dream is when I'm in jail. Like, that's the only time I really dream. And ever since I said that, man, I've been getting fucking dreams sent at me about my van being stolen, or, something tragic happens to my van to where, when I wake up, I have to snap out of it and fucking realize that I'm laying down in my fucking van. Oh, man, these people, man. These military weapons are no fucking joke, I tell you. No joke. And just to know they have the power to, creep up in people's heads and pretend to be God, that's the most fucking scary thing, because you have people of all different religions. And there's a lot of people who want to be nothing but soldiers for God. Us included. Like, don't get me, us included. Like, we're able to know, we're not, we know we know enough to know that God doesn't want us to run up in somebody's building and kill them up, or run into a church, or, whatever fucking excuse they try and put on God. We know that's not the issue. So we're not going to kill people because we hear God we think God is telling us to kill people. We know God isn't like that. But, I don't know what they're doing to the screen, you guys. They're doing something to the screen. I don't know why the fuck it's like that. It shouldn't be, though. They're doing that. I haven't touched the phone, and the screen just went like that for some reason. And as soon as the screen goes like this, we get this bozo that comes and parks right there. Excuse me. It's legitimate. Let's see if I can fix this shit. Okay, I know it has something to do with that. Okay, oh yeah, we got a goofball coming to walk by me. That's why they did that. That guy's parking to make sure his goofball does what he has to do. See how they tried to make my screen white? See how I just gave the goofball a signal? He just gave the guy in that car right there a signal. You guys can't. You see? You see how that worked at? Hold on, let me pull this out. He just gave the guy in that right there a signal. Yeah. They made my screen go white because they didn't want me to catch that guy, give him a signal, or her a signal. You see that? So they make my screen go white. They didn't think I would catch that. They're on my phone. I can't see how many. The screen, it's completely. It's completely white. I can't see shit. I can't change it either. I can't get it back to normal. They completely whited out the screen, you guys. You see that? You see that shit? This is insane. They thought they were slick, though. I got them before they fully whited out the screen. Right here in front of you guys, man. That screen did not white out like that for no reason. And as soon as before it fully, that's their thing. They didn't, before it fully whited out. I caught him giving her the signal. You feel me? So it's right here in your face, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't understand targeting and shit, right here in your face. They don't want you guys to see it. Like they're gonna, something's probably finna happen to where they don't want you guys to see. They're gonna do some type of fucking street theater or some weird shit. I'm gonna start the live over again though, yo. I'm gonna start it over.